Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Micro Investor, where we do technical analysis and price predictions on many different cryptocurrencies every single day. Now, in this video, we are going to be talking about Bitcoin. Now, something that's just recently happened was the CPI data just recently came out, and there was a little bit of an increase for inflation for the month of September. So this has been one of those things that had created a lot of fear over in the market, and we had seen Bitcoin sell off quite a bit, and the rest of the crypto market as well, due to the fear of that. So now that the information had come out, there's actually something interesting going on, and one of those is that the price of Bitcoin right now is actually higher than where it was over these last couple of days. And this is one of those things that a lot of fear was priced in the market, and after we had gotten to that point and everybody kind of just understood and accepted what was going on, then there's been more money moved back into the market. And same with the stock market and different things. We saw a lot of stocks actually moving up as well. Now, even though Bitcoin's price is up higher than where it was over these last couple of days, it did actually move quite a bit lower though as well on this day as well, where the price had gone down to around $18,100 before it went up sharply. And that's the interesting part about how things have really played out, because we were wondering about what was happening after we had seen the price of Bitcoin go to around $20,500 in mid-August, and then it had come down and retraced a lot. But the sideways trading at that 786 Fibonacci level at the price of around $19,200 was very strong, and Bitcoin had managed to really hold on to that very well until it just recently ended up losing that support. But it just went right back in and took support back at that level. And what's interesting about it, I would have to say, is that this was all just a correction that's also happened. So as you can see, that we were wondering if we were going to come down within a wave 2 into an ABC type correction, or was this all part of a possible wave 3? Now that we had actually dropped lower, this brings in more confirmation that either the wave 2 obviously is not complete. It could have more to fall, or this could be that turning point where now that it had actually dropped lower than that C wave here, that this could just be part of a new, part of a completion of an impulse that has happened here. And that would be saying if we just had a little 5-wave impulse within this and things had corrected in this sort of way. That's a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then our wave 5 had come down even more. Let's change this so it's not so confusing here. So that could be how things had just played out here. So we had come down even lower, and then now with that, seeing that there was 5 waves within this, there's that possibility now that this could complete the wave 2, and then we can be going into this wave 3 that would take Bitcoin to the upside. And this is probably a lot of why the price of Bitcoin is moving a bit more than maybe a lot of people would actually expect it to, is the fact that it could be getting ready to rally into a new wave. So we had a wave 1 from the low point, the 52-week low back in mid-June, and then it had completed in mid-August. Then we've retraced a bit, come down again. That completed our wave 2, and then now we're going up in that wave 3. Now, I know the bears are going to absolutely hate that theory right there because, well, one, I'm just using Elliot wave theory. We count the wave movements in 3 waves or 5 waves, and if you can get a nice 5 wave, then that looks a lot better. And this makes me feel a lot better about the current price moves of Bitcoin. Seeing that it had dropped lower, then that ends up creating more of a confirmation that we had completed a new wave, or we're still within a wave. So that doesn't mean that this wave 2 is officially complete, because if the price of Bitcoin is going to fall lower, then of course it's not complete. But if this is going to be that rise that's going to take us above the $25,000 price, higher than where we were in our wave 1, then yeah, that says that bottom was in already with Bitcoin at that $17,500 price back in the middle of June. That's what that says. And a lot of people are saying that Bitcoin did reach its bottom, even though the bears are saying that Bitcoin did not reach its bottom. But if it was going to fall lower, I do agree with the bulls saying that it would have already done it. And so it just depends on how you want to take it. And seeing how the price of Bitcoin is kind of just moving up a lot quicker than a lot of people really expected. This is all that excitement right now. This is what we were looking to see. And if you're someone that does look at Elliot wave theory and you believe that it works, then there are 5 waves here for that confirmation that we could have completed that wave 2 there. And then we're going into that wave 3. And that wave 3 is going to be a very bullish wave. That is going to possibly go up to around $30,000 or even higher. Who knows? But there are a lot of people expecting that the wave 3 will be a very bullish wave for Bitcoin. And of course, to be an actual wave 3, it's got to already pass that $25,000 price. So there's a lot of expectations that this is going to really retrace a lot of these losses that we saw as Bitcoin had recently come down from mid-August basically into mid-October. So cool stuff going on in my opinion. So now this is where things get very interesting, is because you can see Bitcoin's been trading within this trend here, and you can see the consolidation within this trend and how things have been working. One, this is a falling wedge pattern. And a falling wedge pattern is actually a very bullish pattern. And when you look at this completion of this wave 5 here, where Bitcoin had reached that 52-week low at the price of around $17,500, this sideways trading that had happened since then tells us a lot about that bottom that we had reached, where Bitcoin was not able to make it down lower to where it had reached that wave 5. So we still have to count that as that completion of that wave 5, but not only that, the sideways trading has been leading us out of this trend. And doing such is very bullish within a falling wedge, because when you break out of a trend within a falling wedge pattern, then usually there's a pretty decent sized movement to the upside that will happen afterwards. Now, in this case, there's a little bit more going on here than just the bullish possibility of this breakout from the falling wedge taking Bitcoin to the upside, because the upside within this next wave could be a really nice one, in my opinion. So if we were to confirm that this is the wave 5 and now we're in a new 5-wave impulse to the upside, then how we need to look at this and play it out, that Bitcoin's price could go from this wave 1 to this wave 2 here, which now the wave 3 is a bullish wave in this case, and that's going to mean that it's going to have a move to the upside. Now, usually when you have a wave 3 moving to the upside, it's going to be a really nice wave. And in this case, seeing the length of these waves here, I would say that the wave 3 could easily take us to that $30,000 price, if not higher, in my opinion. And that's how I would see that playing out. Then I would expect the wave 4 to come down a bit and that wave 5 to go up even more. But this could be also part of a much larger impulse that we can actually look at that could have even more retracement going near Bitcoin's all-time highs. Now, obviously, this is all going to be something that would end up taking us into next year. So instead, let's look at it as something like this. Our wave 1, wave 2, if we were to say this wave 3 is going to be a much larger breakout wave, take Bitcoin to $48,000, $50,000, somewhere around there, come down a bit, then that wave 5 would be that one that would end up doing a very large retracement and then taking Bitcoin right back to where it was. Obviously, this is all stuff that's taking us into next year, so I'm not trying to say we're going to see a very fast bounce back with Bitcoin, but this is that possibility playing out right here. This is how things could be playing out within Bitcoin, and more than likely a lot of the crypto market could be following this, and this is what I'm paying attention to. Now, the next thing to look at is our bull market support band, which you can see how that is lining up to take Bitcoin right out of this trend, and will be most likely on the other side of this bull market support band in the not too distant future, where right now the bull market support band is sitting at a price around $24,000 to be on the other side of that. But this is updated weekly, so seeing that the price of Bitcoin has been coming down more, we'll probably see the bull market support band be something at around the $22,000 price that Bitcoin would need to move to get on the other side of the bull market support band. So one, that's a pretty bullish possibility there. But not only that, let's also look at our moving averages, where right now you can see that we're working our way up to be getting over that 20-day moving average, and our 50-day moving average is actually already on the other side of this trend. So at the price of around $20,000 is where our 50-day moving average is right now, and our 100-day moving average is around the price of $21,600. So not a whole lot of price movements to even go to see a really nice breakout with Bitcoin, in my opinion, and to start moving through these moving averages. Now, our 200-day moving average is still up there a bit. That's at around $26,000. But at the same time, if we start to see these price moves of Bitcoin to the upside break out of this trend, which we're lined up on right now, we'll probably be out of this trend in a couple of days. If we see some more moves to the upside, then in this case, there could be a lot of potential here to see this big breakout to actually happen, where a lot of the bears have been saying that it's not going to. Now, obviously, I'm not going to deny the fact that it still could drop and go down more, but we're lined up so nicely right now within this trend that breakout possibility is just right there. It is so close to seeing it happen. So anyways, with that being said, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions about all this. What do you guys think that is going to happen? Do you think that Bitcoin's got more to fall, or do you think that bottom was in and this is that start to see Bitcoin break out of this trend, move to the upside, and things start seeing some retracement of a lot of these losses that we had? I would like to know what you guys have to say. So with that being said, please like, share, comment, subscribe. New content coming out all the time. I'm going to go ahead and jump on the next cryptocurrency to talk about right now. See you in the next one.